The celebrity that I styled for last night's VMAs utterly destroyed a one-of-a-kind archival vintage gown that I loaned to her. I'm telling this story as a cautionary tale to other young stylists so they don't get exploited the same way that I do. I showed up to my first fitting with this client with 54 looks. I went back and counted. Many of these looks were along the lines of this distressed, tattered trend that's popular on the red carpet right now. And I remember this celebrity hated it. She said it looked like a mummy that was unraveling. In fact, she didn't like anything that I brought, and I was kind of freaking out. So I told her, hey, I have this friend who works in vintage preservation. He has access to this gown. I showed it to her, and she was like, that is my dream dress. Fantastic. I called in a personal favor. I got it loaned to me for her to wear. She puts it on yesterday. She adores it. She takes a ton of Instagram photos in it. We get in the car. This is where the problem starts. She starts scrolling on her phone, looking at the celebrities who have already arrived at the red carpet, and she flips. She's just like, everyone is wearing this tattered, distressed trend. I'm behind the times. My entire career revolves around setting the trends. Now I'm behind the trends. And I try to comfort her. I'm like, well, there are so many events coming up where we can try out this tattered look. And I think I get her calmed down. But then we arrive at the event. She goes off to the side for a second with her makeup artist to touch up before the carpet. When she comes back, this dress has been utterly destroyed. The skirt is in tatters. The makeup artist took an eyebrow razor and just went to town on this literal piece of history. I am beside myself. My heart is in my throat, but there's nothing we can do. And the celebrity obviously knows she's made a huge mistake because this dress does not suit this style at all. It looks really incongruous. It looks truly terrible. She's almost in tears. She walks the red carpet anyway. The media coverage of this dress has been, not the most complimentary. And my name is next to it after all this. And not only that, but the damages to the dress are my responsibility. Do you know how much it costs to get a skirt repaired in the original style with the original materials? Plus, I'm liable for the difference in value between the dress as it came to me and the new dress, which won't be the original anymore because it will have work done to it. It's over $10,000 in damages that are 100% my responsibility. So I wanted to come on here because we cannot keep letting celebrities get away with this.
That's an absolute nightmare. The fact that a one-of-a-kind vintage gown was destroyed like that is beyond frustrating, and it's awful that the stylist is left on the hook for thousands of dollars in damages. This kind of carelessness shows a total disregard for the value of fashion history and the hard work of the stylists who pull everything together. Celebrities need to respect the pieces they're wearing and understand the responsibility that comes with borrowing such rare items.
I think it should be illegal for your employer to require you to wear a name badge with your full name on it. And I'm going to tell you and show you why. About 4 years ago, I worked in primary care and we had name badges that had our full name, first and last. And I had this patient, it was a young kid, he was like 24 or 25, came to see us 1 or 2 times. And after his visit, I saw that I had a Facebook friend request and I'm like, whatever. I'm like used to working in healthcare. You get used to people being like disgusting and weird. So I just ignored it. And then a couple days later, I get a follow on Instagram. My Instagram was public. That was my fault. Didn't pay it any mind until he started messaging me, asking me to hang out. And I would just ignore it. And then he tried to add me on Snapchat. And I finally just like blocked him on everything because I'm like, this is weird. Like I'm ignoring him and he's still trying. He started like calling the office, making more doctor's appointments, which like in my personal opinion, he did not need. One day, I wake up to an email. I'm gonna show you that email. I'm gonna move out of the way so you can read it. Yeah, that's crazy. And my favorite part is the last sentence. I hope you don't find this creepy like all the other girls. How many people have you done this to? That's insane. I have never blocked someone via email, and I did receive the card to my home address. I did receive the card that he sent me to my home address, okay? And it said exactly what was said in the email, just like handwritten. I've never ran to my manager so fast to discharge a patient in my entire life. I blocked, told my manager, called the police. I called the police because that crazy. And that all stemmed, I'm telling you, it all stemmed from him knowing my full name. That would have never happened. He would have never been able to look me up on whitepages.com had he not known my full fucking name. That's healthcare, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That is terrifying. No one should have to go through that, especially just for doing their job. Having your full name on display makes it way too easy for someone to invade your privacy and potentially put you in danger. Employers should definitely rethink policies like this to protect their staff's safety. It's a serious issue that goes beyond healthcare, and measures need to be in place to prevent this kind of harassment.